This episode of the Horror Basement is brought to you by Connuga, going on February 23rd through the 25th in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Go check them out at connuga.com.
Hi, I'm Bill Mosley, and you're in the Horror Basement with Jim Jam and Johnny Leroy. Lick my plate, you dog dick.
To the Horror Basement, the Tennessee Horror News Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Johnny Leroy. And as always, we got Jim Jam here with us.
What up, guys? Jim Jam here.
Hey, guys, it's the second week of the new year. We hope everybody's having a good new year. And that everybody is on track to have a successful new year.
Yeah. And us
2018.
Too. More of us than y'all, but yeah.
Well, that's fucking selfish. You have gotten really selfish. No, but the one New Year thing that's going to be coming on is the short film festival that we will be doing at Connuga. Just saw the venue that we're going to have that Jim Jam showed me that Chad locked down.
Yes, and it's fucking badass. Looks like more like a
it's like a screen
college classroom because it's got the table in front of it, so
it's almost like stadium seating too.
Yeah, it's stadium seating, but
is that called stadium seating?
But hey, the people can bring in their dinner, food, because the
are they allowed to bring drinks and food in though? We don't know that yet. So I'm hoping that they can at least bring drinks in and some sort of snack.
He said popcorn. They're gonna have a popcorn vendor there.
Dude.
Alcohol.
Dude.
Yeah, but the movie screenings are gonna be at midnight. It's the only thing for that. But our stuff is going to be during the day, Saturday.
Oh, I was about to say, we got to do it at midnight, dude. I'm going to be fucking dead tired. There won't be no energy in mine.
Well,
what movie screenings? The
Chicago Rot and the Bigfoot movie, Takahi.
Oh, really? At midnight, though?
Yeah.
That's on them. I mean, on Friday midnight? Or
one Friday midnight, one Saturday midnight.
Yeah, but I thought they ain't going to do the burlesque show at midnight?
It's a different place where we're going to be at.
No, the burlesque show is... But I'm saying, you going to miss the burlesque show? A lot of people ain't going to miss that burlesque show.
I've already seen both these movies, so I won't know.
Well, that's what I mean, though. Like you got a big show. Like, that burlesque show was packed.
Yeah.
I mean, god dang. Because that was the ending thing, though.
Yeah.
Also, so if you have two ending things, you might have some people wanting to go watch the movie. Yeah, I can see what they're doing now. Yeah, that makes more sense.
But yeah,
I wasn't thinking out everything clear.
Yeah, we're gonna have more details as they come along because the end of next month is when we're doing this. So
yeah, February 23rd through the 25th, Connuga 2018.
If you have a short film, we still got a couple slots.
And it's no entry fee because there's no. We're going to make up stuff, as far as, best to show and whatever. But there's no reward money or awards.
Yeah.
There's awards given. But it ain't like a physical award.
It's pretty much,
but we're trying to get started.
Let's call it. It's just bragging rights, pretty much.
Yeah, bragging rights. But we're also just trying to get started with this and see what the interest is. Also, if this don't work out, well then it don't work out. Yeah, but we're doing okay.
Yeah, that's right.
And we're limited on time. Like, did he tell you how long we'd have the venue?
We have it the normal
just
time.
2 hours.
Yeah,
I was hoping it'd be longer. But I didn't know. That's what I was curious of. But anyways,
so who do we got today? Got Russell.
Geoffrey Banks, or is it just Russell Banks?
I think it's just Russell Banks. But yeah,
he's an English actor.
Oh, okay.
I was looking that up.
Yeah, well, I remember him now. So he was in we watched a movie. Me and my wife watched a movie last night called Ghost House. Has Scout Taylor Compton in it, which she's But
she's a pretty woman.
It's good. It was a good movie, actually. You know,
I haven't watched any of his movies that he's been in. I was just told.
And he was
that
also
doing
in
this
Who's
interview
Watching
today,
Oliver,
so,
which he is a crazy fucking apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
oh, and no, we make sure to check us all out on social media stuff, guys.
Social media, all the platforms, you know the routine.
Yeah, I'm just we gotta throw that out there every time.
Patreon,
yeah.
And away
SoundCloud.
we go.
Is it SoundCloud?
Yeah, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio,
Scurry Face Radio.
Yeah, that too.
Scurry Face Radio, guys.
Yeah.
And away we go. All right, guys. So on today's podcast, we got Russell Geoffrey Banks, actor. He's from the movies Who's Watching Oliver, Ghost House, Cam to Cam. Quite a few horror movies. Russell, how you doing today, man?
Yeah, no, I'm good, thanks. How you doing? You good?
Yeah, doing well. So, Jim Jam was talking about Ghost House, and before we got on here, you was talking about how, I guess we'll just dive on into it. You didn't feel the whole, like, you did that well in that movie?
Well, what it was, do you know, like, it was amazing to be on the film with Shragster, real great team. And then I was working a lot with Scout Taylor Compton and James Landry Herbert. And then if I'm honest, I just felt that they were better than me. So that was enough for me to go back and study for another 6 months before we shot Who's Watching Oliver. And that was the main thing. It was just, I don't know, I think as an actor, you know when you're on and when you're off, and when other people are just getting their lines, hitting them a little bit better than you are. So that was, but like, no, it was a great experience being on the film. I think it was because I'd watched other horrors with obviously Scout and that. So that might have had a little effect.
Yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of the movie because I always enjoy a good ghost movie, and the ghosts in this were very creepy. And I was like, "What's up with these little houses?" Which I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again because I was kind of all over the place. But
do you know, like, well, they have those ghost houses in all, like, every building, every condo, every house does have a ghost house in Thailand. And then, so they really are into that. And it is to keep away the spirits. So they're really big into that over here. So, yeah.
Wow.
But it's just released Netflix a few days ago, right, in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to watch that.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's already released?
In England, it's... No, it's not released yet in England. It's just America so far.
Oh, wow.
Ha ha, take that, England. No, I'm joking.
I know, right? You always get the films before we do.
Yeah, but there's some stuff, though, that they won't show over here that they put on, I believe. Isn't that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I guess they got them codes or whatever, the DVDs that won't work over here.
Well, I'm pretty sure they probably get stuff that we don't get.
Yeah, like for the longest, they had Clown before us.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you ever see a movie called Clown from Eli Roth?
No, I haven't. No.
Talk about a twisted ass movie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know. See, when I was a kid, it was opposite. Like films, like I grew up on like Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Exorcist and that, but that was banned in England.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody wanted to watch those films a million times more. And still to this day, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is my favourite horror film, just because as a kid it was that was like the iconic horror film which you couldn't get, and you had some dodgy VHS tape which you wasn't meant to have, but it's still something which I remember. I remember I remember my dad getting it out buying this VHS tape, and then I watched it when I was about 10, 11 then. But I loved it, yeah.
Yeah,
but it was always a big thing because it was banned. That made you want to watch it like that little bit more, you know?
Yeah, I think that's what they say. Someone said banned in so many countries. Where like, dude, I got to see this shit.
That's crazy how stuff gets banned like that.
Have you got to see Leatherface yet?
Yeah, it's crazy. I have. Do you know what? I've been waiting for the right moment to watch. Do you know when you've got to be? And do you know, like, I wasn't so keen on the remake, if I'm honest. It was all right, but it was. I'm a true Popper like version through and through. So yeah,
Okay.
it's a tough one.
Well, yeah, this is a prequel, and I think it's supposed to lead into the original first one. So yeah.
How was it?
I liked it. I heard a lot of bad reviews about it, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was, it had its elements of craziness and fucked upness and all that good shit. So
yeah, they shot that in Bulgaria.
Yeah, they shot it in Bulgaria.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Nice.
It's crazy how.
But I was going to say, no, I'm still a bit behind on a few films. I've just watched it recently, and I was, but I enjoyed one. I thought it was funny. I'd heard bad reviews from it, and I enjoyed it.
Oh, really? There's a lot of people that love the reviews. I think every movie is going to get bad reviews, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
definitely.
What did Harrison say, that if you get all fives like mix of the road, then nobody had an opinion on it. It didn't impact.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it myself. But I like clowns, so.
Johnny also
me
liked
too.
The original.
I did like the original.
Do you know what? I liked the first half of the original.
Yeah.
I wasn't keen on the second. When they grew up, I didn't like that.
Yeah,
but the first half, I really enjoyed as a kid.
Yeah, I agree 100% on that. The first half was way better, but I still enjoyed,
I'm
because I recognize the actors in, when it's more of a nostalgia thing. I think
I'm big against.
No, definitely.
I don't like PG-13 horror movies.
No, you should. That's same. I'm like, you should go all in.
Yeah, I want some guts. I want gore. I want sex, and I want some boobs. Damn it.
Boobs and blood.
Yeah.
It was funny, like when me, Richie Moore, who directed Who's Watching Oliver, and then Raymond Huber, when we wrote that, the three of us wrote that film together, and that was the one thing we said. We said, look, if we're going to do this, we're probably going to get one shot, and if it's only a horror we do together, let's just go all in, and let's not take out any parts, and let's just go as far as we want to go, and that's what we did. We made a film which we didn't come back on at all. We just went, right, fuck it. This is what. Does it help the story? Are we doing this for it? And that was the thing. What we were asking. If there was any parts which we said, look, this is garbage and it doesn't need to be in there, okay, then we cut that stuff. But all the stuff which we felt true to the film, and to push it as far as we wanted to, we did. And that's the one thing which I'm proud that we did do that at the end of it. I know, like, some people might moan or say whatever, but fuck them. That's we made some art, and we went as far as we said we was gonna. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way it has to be in a movie. When you write it, it's fuck what everybody else is opinion.
Yeah. Hell, do you?
If you go a little bit overboard,
Well, it also, if you do hold back, then you're not being true to the character, and that was the character what we wrote. Like, the character, when you watch a film, I don't know how much you know about Who's Watching Oliver yet, other than I know you guys reviewed it, but I'm not sure how much she told you about the film.
Well, I read the review, and it seems pretty fucked up. The film, I'm looking forward to seeing it, but
yeah. And at the moment we've had such a great response, really, like, so much better than we ever imagined, to be honest. Like, we've just finished the festival run, and then we won 13 Best Feature awards.
Damn.
Myself, I picked up 4 Best Actor, and then we won a load of other awards for, like, the camera work and different stuff like that. So people who don't know, Who's Watching Oliver, it's the main part of the story is basically I play Oliver. I'm this on the spectrum, emotionally torn, like, mentally challenged guy who's just been through a ton of abuse all his life. And I'm a serial killer. Basically, I'm in Asia, Bangkok, and at night I'm going out, being forced to by my mama. I'm being forced to go out and get prostitutes or pick up women and kill them. And then in the daytime, you're seeing a complete opposite side of me, because then that's like who I really am in the film. And then I start to fall in love with Sophia, who's played by Sarah McLachlan. And it's a real, it's an intense film, but it's we've been getting really great reviews. So far, every review we've had so far has been positive. It's proud of it. And then the director, it's Richie Moore's directorial debut. But this is another reason why we're getting a lot of people are saying that it really shot well, because he was a cameraman. So before directing, he was a cameraman on films like Hangover 2, the new Matthew McConaughey film Gold. He did both series of Marco Polo, the Netflix series, and then the old movie Fallen with Denzel Washington. He was a cameraman for that, so it shot really nice. And then Raymond Huber, who produced it, he was worked with him first of all on Camp, so which I did another serial on that film. So yeah, it's a ride, it's a trip, but it's I'm super proud of this one, really proud, and it was something which I said after Ghost House, I did go back to study for 6 months. I spent 6 months just working on trying to improve, and it was all leading to Who's Watching Oliver. So yeah, I'm proud of that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to find that and watch it tonight with my wife, because I'm sure she'll enjoy it.
Well, it's not actually. It releases in a few months. So we just recently sold it, which I'm not meant to go in with all that yet. So we're going to release all the info on that, but we've got a great distributor who's doing a worldwide, which is amazing. So we're going to get a wide release now, which honestly I think it's the reception and the help what we've had from the horror community that has helped us sell and made us push forward to get that wide release, because obviously winning the awards. But it's not only that, the reviewers who have reviewed us, they've been amazing, like Meredith Brown and other people, Kurt, and a million people who have reviewed us. They've really stuck by the film, and they've just been pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And now it's like, even with the trailer, I think we've had like, if you combine the views, there's about 10 million views altogether now. It's been... Hell yeah. It's getting there. It's getting there.
Well, how long you been writing?
So I've been writing for a while. I wrote a film with Jack Everett in London called Goodnight Gloria. It was our first film, and you can tell it's our first film. Put it that way. It's you learn a shitload on your first film. And yeah, I think I enjoy. I'm still trying to improve at writing. I'm much better at writing non-dialogue, more of the story as such. But enjoy it.
You said you live in Bangkok, so what is it like compared to living there than the UK?
It's chalk and cheese. It's the complete opposite. It's Bangkok. Do you know what? Especially now I've settled down, but in my 20s it was mad. It was just it's a wild city. And originally, I tell you why I came here is so I'd studied a bit in England, but I couldn't afford acting school at the time. I came out to Thailand just on a holiday. I was working in a beach bar doing that type of thing. And then I met people in the film industry like Chris Lowenstein, who owns Living Films. And so originally, before I was acting, I did like 5 films doing the stand-in, just to be on set and to learn about films like Street Fighter 2, Legends of Chong-Li, Hangover 2, Shanghai, John Cusack, and all them. And it was just like a film education. And then I started to get smaller parts there, Western projects, and then also on Indian films had come in. I'd go back and forward to England But that's why I ended up here. Was just when shit's not happening in London, you've got to change it up. So yeah.
When I was watching record, right now only I've seen Ghost House. Yeah, when it was going through, man, and too where I've seen Hangover too also. That city definitely looks pretty wild. And
they always portray Bangkok though as being a crazy ass city in movies.
Well, like what's his name said, if you get lost, Bangkok has got him, or what was it in Hangover 2? You're not getting him back or something.
Didn't they have a monkey in that movie?
Yeah. Yes, the monkey was fun as well. That monkey was crazy. Like I said, me and Richie was camera on that, and I was doing a stand-in for that film. Yeah, it was a trip, man. That was it was nice. Everybody was cool. They took their time to teach me. They were cool people, man.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
I don't know. I'm just to say this because was it the monkey that was over there and he licked something that was sticking out of the clothes and it was apparently dude's dick.
Yeah, something like that. It's
He's flicking it.
But no, do you know what? Like one thing about Bangkok's cool. It's nice there, and it can be as crazy or as chilled as you want it to be.
Oh, yeah.
That's the whole thing with Bangkok. It's it's got the wild nightlife and all that, but it's also got the totally chilled out vibe. And you really have a few hours from some tropical paradise beach for no money, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's...
like now I'm in Bangkok, but Jesus, if I wanted to get a coach, I could get a coach down to the beach for like $3 or $4. It's super cheap here, and then you're on this paradise white tropical beach, and yeah, it's nice, man. The weather's nice, it's chilled out, and the film people here, the film production people, that's the one thing I've got to say. These are the people who taught me my craft. They took the time, which has been nice. They took me under their wing. They helped me out. A lot of the people here, so that's been cool.
Sounds amazing.
At first when I was, seeing all this, I'm like, I don't know if I can handle going to Bangkok or not. I don't know. I guess kind of leery, but just talking to you now, it sounds like it would be pretty damn amazing.
The anxiety of it.
Get over it.
I think
it's nice, man, and the food's great.
I bet.
That's one thing I was kind of curious about, like, because every country you have different parasites and all that. Like, and I know in Mexico you can't drink the water if you live, if you're from the States, because it'll make you sick. Is the food that?
Yeah, that's too? The same here. You gotta. Okay, so like you
got a week.
The food, it depends. It depends where you're eating. It can be spicy as fuck. I mean that's the one thing. Like you got to be careful if you can eat something and then that's it. You'll be like sweating out. But no, it's good. And Bangkok, like in Bangkok, you got everything here. You got, if you want Western food, you got nice Western food, Indian food. That's the one thing about the city is that everybody's here. It's very multicultural at the moment.
Do you have Mexican food?
So it's nice. Yeah. I think it's easier to get Mexican here than in England.
Oh, really? Because I'd have a hard time not being able to eat some Mexican food. I love some damn Mexican food.
They got Taco Bell?
Fuck Taco Bell.
No, they got, what they got here, they got Sunrise Taco here. Oh. Don't know if that's a chain over there or what. But,
what about...
And then they've got, like...
Go ahead.
Yeah, they've got quite a lot here. They've got a lot of American stuff here. They got Hooters.
But see, my thing is if I went there, all I'd need is like a place that had good hamburgers. That'd probably be the only thing that I'd care about eating from America, because I'd want to eat local more than anything.
The local food's amazing. Yeah, the local food's really nice. Do you know what? Like, this is a thing which I always find. For me, I prefer to go like some of the cheaper places where it's busy and that. It's fresh, it's being cooked, and that's the way I judge. Is if everybody else is eating it, I'll eat it. If somewhere's quiet, I'll probably give it a miss.
Yeah, because if everybody's eating it, then everybody knows, hey, this is the good spot.
Hey,
definitely.
You said Hooters is there. Okay. If it's Hooters there, then it's going to be the local women. Are they Hooterless Hooters, or do they have Hooters?
No, they have they have Hooters. It's funny because a couple of my friends here, they have because MMA's been, I don't know, are you fight fans at all?
Yeah, MMA. I was into it more a few years back, but UFC and all that.
Okay, well over here they've got FMD, Full Metal Dojo, so they have the cage fights here, but they also, a lot of the ring girls are the same people who work in Hooters.
Oh, so, hell yeah. They're banging.
Yeah.
Banging in Bangkok.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I get I'm going to go ahead and comment on this.
Oh, man. That's going to be bad.
From Hangover 2. He got banged by, what do they call him, a ladyboy?
Oh,
man.
Is that really,
that over there, or is it about like normal anywhere?
They have quite a lot of ladyboys here.
Why are you bringing this up?
It's
I don't know. It's because it's known for Bangkok, ain't it?
Thailand.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I would say
that's
Thailand.
what Thailand's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Thailand. They're known for having
sex changes.
Ladyboys. Yeah, there is a lot over here, and that.
You'd have to be careful when
you go. So if you're dating
gym.
in Thailand, how do you go about?
Oh, dude, come on, man.
Avoiding that situation if you don't want to be in that.
Do you know what? Man, I think you can always tell anyway.
Okay.
And that's nothing. That's not saying anything bad.
Oh no,
You just you can tell, man, and that's cool. And do you know, over here, they're very liberal, and so yeah. Do you know, when you're here, you don't really think about that shit because it's
no,
it's just around. And
I seen Anthony Bourdain go to a bar where they do the show and all of them are ladyboys.
Well, I just brought it up because it's. I guess
no, definitely, and that listen, that's
it's
what,
different.
Before I came to here, everybody and all the films they always talk about it, of course. Yeah, and there's a lot of ladyboys here, and do you know, and it's socially accepted in Thailand with the Thais, so it's a part of their way of life, and you know, that's the one thing about Thailand which I will always say is it feels okay, so on every now and then you hear a lot of shit what goes down or whatever, but to me it still feels safer than London.
Oh, wow.
If I'm 2 or 3 a.m. in Thailand, I feel a bit safer than maybe if I was 3 a.m. walking around London. And the one thing is, if you're doing something that you shouldn't, then maybe you're going to have the consequences are a little bit more over here. And so then you're in shit. Yeah. But generally people are cool here, man. They're chilled and they leave. They're nice, man. They sound nice people.
Oh,
so it's all good. And like I said,
I'd love to go there.
It would be pretty.
You should, man. It's fucking that's the thing with it. You've got in Bangkok, you've got this massive city like any other big city with technology or old or whatever. Then you go up to Chiang Mai. You've got the colder, the mountain, the greenery side. And then if you go down or to an island, then you're on this tropical beach. Coconuts, cocktails, beers, all that. And nice, man. It's chilled and
sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's all right.
Hey, Russell.
And do you know what? The rent here is super fucking cheap.
Wow. Hey, if we ever decide to make a vacation out of it and come over there, is it cool if Tennessee Horror News crashes with you? I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you.
I'll show you around for sure, man.
Hey, now. If I take it how you show around people in Ghost House, then I don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm fucking leaving you in the woods somewhere.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
That ain't happening.
That's some fucking dick shit. That's a dick way of doing things, but yeah.
Yeah.
If we was to come over, we'd definitely have to hang out, though, because that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. And do you know, and that was another thing. I think that was always a thing why why on the American films, when I worked back in like doing the stand-in and those type of jobs, I think like everybody was a little bit more like took their time to teach me shit because I was the guy who lived here who could show him around the city and that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was cool, man. And then whenever people come here, they want to do the same things. They want to go like some crazy bar or see a show or yeah. So it's a wild place.
To check out the beach.
It's cool, man.
I'd be more down with the damn food.
They film a lot out here as well. That's the other thing, like being an actor and all that, the competition's less, and they do film a lot of stuff out here, like commercials or films. A lot of stuff from all around the world comes out to shoot here because it's cheap to shoot here, you know?
Yeah. Really
I did another film with, do you know James Cullen Brassick? I did a Pernicious. That was with Emily O'Brien and Jackie Moore and... Fuck, I forgot her name now. But, Jesus, my mind went blank. But yeah, no, I've done a few American horrors out here. And then Camp to Camp. That was with Joel Swazon. Do you know him?
No.
He directed that.
No, I don't know him.
Yeah, he's done a lot of horror stuff back in the day. I think he directed or produced one of the Freddy films.
Oh,
wow. Yeah, like he's a cool, real
Freddy
chill,
Revenge,
cool
Nightmare on
dude.
Elm Street 2. Oh, and he did Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures.
sweet. There's supposed to be a part 3 of that.
Oh, yeah. They
Oh,
did
man, I
something.
love those films.
Would you imagine Bill and Ted in their, 40s?
Good God.
Do
Do you know what, like,
Go ahead.
I think it'd be fucking awesome. I'm that was one of the films when I grew up. That and Wayne's World, I loved them both, man. So yeah, I'm all for going smash out. And if they make it, they're only making it for our age who liked it back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm all
They
about
gotta
that. Fuck it, treat us, man.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 36.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we are in our same age range. Yeah, I'm 33.
How old are you two?
I'm 33.
Yeah,
and
I'm
John-
37.
So yeah.
37. Yeah. So yeah, same.
Yeah, we're
We all 80s babies, right?
80s babies.
What name me top 5 of your favorite 80s films?
Well, The Goonies.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Do you know that was going to be my number 1? I fucking love that film.
Yeah, The Goonies is just for the whole fact of the classic kids going on a treasure hunt. Oh my God, I wanted to do that. So.
It's amazing.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's
And The
amazing.
Predator, I love that
film.
movie. And then I think I own all these movies.
Karate Kid.
Yeah,
Kid's
oh
in there.
my God.
Yes, you got to have that on there.
I don't know if it's in my top 5
Yeah.
though, 80s films. Because The Gremlins was a pretty good movie.
Maybe Gremlins.
Yeah, see?
Gremlins might be in there.
And Die Hard was a really good movie. Just watched that the other day.
What about E.T.?
I've never watched.
Yeah.
I've
You've
never
seen E.T.?
I've never watched it. I thought it was stupid.
What about
don't know.
Terrible.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Oh, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I love that film as well. Oh, amazing.
You see, when it comes to 80s...
The ultimate boob
And
shot.
The Labyrinth.
Yeah. My
Oh, that's a
wife
good
loves
movie.
that movie, so she would be like the best movie that has the best boob shot in the 80s, I think, Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah, that
haven't
was,
seen that movie.
what's her name out of... She did Gremlins, right? Same girl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
what's
yeah.
her name?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we
Jesus,
got-
my mind's gone.
Do you know that they didn't want to
Swimsuit.
cast her in Gremlins because of that? 'Cause
Really?
yeah, but then they realized how good chemistry the two had on the set, so they cast her or whatever.
Is that almost looks like a World Trade Center on the cover of Die Hard?
No, it's
I know. But then we got Ghostbusters.
Takanomi building, wasn't it?
yeah, Takanomi, yeah,
Yeah,
Ghostbusters for sure.
Ghostbusters. Amazing.
Back to the Future.
And then you got the horrors as well, man. Like
So that's-
Poltergeist.
Aliens.
All the horrors in the 80s were amazing.
See, that's
The
where.
Lost Boys.
But see, when I was growing up, all the horror movies I
Lost
had to
Boys
watch
was
on
amazing.
TV. Like,
Johnny,
there was no
you a
rent.
fan of the Lost Boys?
I love the Lost Boys, but I couldn't watch any
Stand
of the.
by me.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. That was on there. Yeah, I'm on Google and I put in 80s favorites.
But I
Because
couldn't.
went
I couldn't
blank.
watch any horror movies on VHS or nothing because my parents wouldn't rent them.
Hey, where was this
Yeah.
filmed at? Full Metal Jacket. Was that over there?
They filmed scenes here, weren't it? That amazing film, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Oh, Nightmare on Elm Street was 84. Platoon.
Yeah.
A Christmas Story.
There's a lot of 80s.
The guy from Full Metal Jacket, he was never meant to play the drill sergeant, was he? And then he was the one helping, and then they hired him. And he's what everybody remembers about the film, right?
Yeah, but he's made a career out of that.
Yeah.
Of being that
amazing film.
What are them people called? The hard nosed whatever drill instructor,
drill sergeant or something.
Yeah, sergeant, drill instructor.
Hey,
yeah,
I believe this is a horror movie, The Burbs, right?
Oh my god,
That's a
dude!
mystery thriller, but still.
Alfred.
Yeah, I like that movie.
Well, see, you got to think any movie with Corey Haim or Corey Feldman in it were really popular movies.
Can't forget
What was
Who
that,
Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh my god!
Yeah, Bob Hoskins, amazing film. What was the film with Corey Haim where he hadn't passed his driving license yet?
Oh,
License to Drive.
Yeah, License to Drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Weird Science.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good 80s.
Weird Science, amazing. Yeah, I love all those films. Those are the films I grew up on. Beetlejuice, amazing. They was talking about making a new Beetlejuice, right?
It is a horror movie. I was thinking some reason that wasn't a horror movie.
Beetlejuice?
It's a fantasy horror.
Yeah, it's like a horror comedy.
Yeah.
I never pictured it as a horror movie,
right?
though.
Yeah, Winona Ryder. Yeah, I've been seeing things about doing another one, but
I had the toy where you remember at the end of it, he gets his head shrunk.
Yeah.
I had that toy
In
where
the
his head was
waiting
real
room.
little, where his head was real little, and it spun around like you hit a little button and it spun. Wish I still had that.
Amazing.
Shit. Yeah, like the stuff you remember from.
As I was talking about who's watching Oliver, what serial killer films do you like?
Serial killer.
Well, Jason's technically a serial killer.
Was your classic? Would they be considered serial killers? Like Jason, Leatherface, and
I mean,
I suppose not really. I'm like Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. That's one of my favourites. Have you ever seen that film?
I don't think I've seen that one.
What's it called?
Oh, that one's amazing. That one's real great. I'd say that one's probably my favourite serial killer film. Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Man, I'm so bad with.
Sorry.
What have you seen recently which you've liked?
God, I've been watching some really horrible.
Well, one of the Silence of the Lambs. That's pretty.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. Amazing.
And the infamous What's the Party? Hey, I typed in serial killer movies just to refresh, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre is on there.
I wouldn't class that as a serial killer film, but it's fucking awesome.
Saw is serial killer.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's what it says on there.
I was.
Is he?
What about Summer of
Yeah,
Sam?
I
I know that's.
Summer of Sam. Well, yeah, no, that's a serial killer film because that
was based off of a real.
Same with the Zodiac, and then I suppose you could say Seven because that's.
Seven was such a good movie.
Serial killer.
Zodiac.
Seven was a.
Yeah, Zodiac.
What's in the box?
Okay.
And then the Jeffrey Dahmer film. I'm sure they've done some John Wayne Gacy films, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then American Psycho with Christian Bale.
Yeah, amazing film.
I don't remember seeing this, but I got Kevin Costner and Mr. Brooks. I don't know.
I haven't seen that yet.
I've seen the film somewhere and I haven't watched it yet. The last I watched the last horror movie I watched though was what was that movie called? Oh,
last horror movie or serial killer?
Horror movie. He was talking about what have we watched lately?
Wolf Creek was pretty crazy.
Well,
yeah, Wolf Creek, the Australian film,
werewolf?
right?
Well, yeah. What about Helter Skelter?
Amazing. Helter Skelter, okay, no, I was thinking, Jesus, for some reason I suddenly thought of Romper Stomper. Sounds similar.
The Sale with Jennifer Lopez. Hey, how about the great musical with Johnny Depp, Sweeney Todd?
Yeah.
The Demon Barber.
Yeah, what would you recommend lately? What you've seen? What's good horror wise?
Have you seen Wolf Cop?
That's a pretty entertaining
No.
movie.
Any good?
Okay.
Is it good? Is it?
Well, I'm not going to tell you the part. Yeah, it's a
It's
horror,
an independent horror film.
It's a horror comedy.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
it's fucked up.
I don't know if he's the sheriff or
He's a deputy.
He's a deputy, and he ends up turning into a werewolf. So
Yeah, it's
and
a
they
Canadian
got,
film.
I'm not going to say how he turns into the transition, but it's
one of the most fucked up transitions for a werewolf.
It's a whole different take on the transition of a werewolf. So you should definitely check it out.
And then after I watched that, I ended up watching Bubba the Redneck Werewolf.
What was it before? I was listening earlier, and then Harrison Smith had said that there was no good ghost house films.
Oh yeah, haunted house films.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
But there's some good ones. I was
there's no
the
good ones.
There's
no good ones in his opinion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Everybody has their opinion.
The Conjuring, that counts as a ghost house one, right?
Yeah,
I guess.
would say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the first
that was amazing. The first one.
The first house is October built. The first one.
I don't think he's talking about that kind.
Oh, ghost house.
Yeah, he's talking about like haunted houses, like actual haunted houses, and not like haunted attraction. That's what I thought, and then he started talking more about it, and then he's talking more.
And then
about
the original. What's the original black and white Hill House film? What one's that one? House on Haunted Hill.
Sorry, you're cutting out.
House on Haunted Hill or House on.
Yeah,
something like that. I know what you're talking about.
And then even that, I quite like that one. Which actually, that one was a PG-13 horror. What was the Jason Radcliffe one about the haunted house in England?
Oh man, I didn't watch that.
The Dressed in Black or something.
Lady in Black.
Lady in Black or Lady in the Black dress or. I didn't watch.
Yeah, that was right.
I didn't get to watch it because I don't know. I have a big thing. I don't care for like the movies that are set way back in the day. I don't know. It just kind of bores me.
Some do, some don't. I like The Witch. I could deal with that. I quite like that. It was a slow burner, but it was all right.
Yeah, that's one thing. I guess it's hard for me as a slow burner. I just I'm thinking maybe I got ADD because I'm and two because I'm with this Tennessee Horror News. I'm constantly on the social media trying to share and get other interviews and all this. So I don't know. I guess it takes a lot for me to get into a movie.
Did you watch the Jason Radcliffe movie where he ended up getting horns?
It was called Horns. No, not Horns.
No.
I
didn't.
Not Jason, Daniel Radcliffe. My bad.
Daniel Radcliffe. Yeah, that's.
Why am I saying?
I haven't.
Was it called Horns?
I believe.
Yeah,
so.
something like that.
That was a good movie.
Was that a remake?
That movie.
Horns, yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, was that a remake of? It might be different film, but wasn't there the Jesus? What's his name? The guy who played Arthur. Is that different, or am I completely thinking of something different? Jesus, I can't remember his name. Did Derek and Clive? What's his name? The older actor. I don't know. But I wasn't sure if that was a remake of one of his earlier films. I'm probably way off base there.
It didn't get good reviews. Horns did.
I
mean, that's a drama fantasy movie, but
I didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, because he pretty much becomes the devil.
It has a big twist in it.
Yeah, he pretty much becomes devil, right? Or it's something to be like that. Something.
He keeps cutting them off, and they keep coming back.
Yeah, but nobody can see him, right?
Yeah, no one can see him. I think.
Yeah, I mean, from Harry Potter, I never watched. I haven't watched all the Harry Potter movies either.
They're all grown up. What if they?
No, I haven't. I watched a few. They're cool. Just not my cup of tea, but yeah, they're all right. They're good.
Yeah, it wasn't my time.
What if they bring out a rated R Harry Potter?
Well, if we get to see Hermione get naked, then I'm all down. I'm just going to throw it out there.
Then they can do more like brutal shit too.
Oh, I wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah, that one just comes in handy, right? Jesus.
Hey,
No, I'm just kidding.
all right, I got one movie that's my all-time favorite possession movie. For some reason, it stands out. Is
Which one?
The Possession of Michael King. That is a pretty crazy movie. You should definitely check it out.
I haven't seen that film.
And then there's The Taking of Deborah Logan. That's these are both more indie horror because I don't think they got a theatrical release. So, but that's the way it usually is. Usually, the indie horror are the ones that are the better ones because I guess they don't have a big movie company down.
Tell them that they can't do something.
Yeah, they can like y'all got to do with Who's Watching Oliver. You don't have.
Yeah, I mean, well, it was funny because Harrison Smith was going into it in real detail, but it's hard to get distributors and stuff nowadays. It is getting harder with the film industry. Obviously, he was going into it there. But yeah, no, like it's hard because you're making a film with less money, so that's it's hard. That was the one thing with Who's Watching Oliver that we're super proud of, is that people are saying that it looks like it cost a lot more than it did. And then obviously that we've got to say, because the camera guy and the lighting and that are the people who, the last 15 years he's been doing these big movies. Like I think he worked on Mission Impossible, all that. So, and then Raymond Huber is like he's a god of saving money on films. Like he's just so good at knowing where to save money and to make a film for less money. And then like Sarah, the cast was they really were great. And I know it's my film, so I've got to push it, but I'm really proud of this film because I feel that, like, for horror fans as well, we've got this Margaret Roche. I think that's going to be a big shocker for people because you've got this little old woman, and she is she takes it to another level. She's just so evil and so nasty. And then, like, you've got myself, like, I'm, in the film, I'm being forced to rape and kill these women, but I'm hating doing it, and so it gives a whole different dynamic to the film. And then in the daytime, you're seeing this real sweet side of him who's falling in love with Sarah Malakul-Lane, Sophia, and then at night you've got these crazy scenes like with Kelly Woodcock, Cecilia Belletti and that, and it's just going. It's pretty fucking intense. But yeah, no, I'm proud of this one. I'm looking forward to when it releases.
Hey, how hard is it to do a rape scene? Is that pretty?
Worst scenes ever. It was horrible. It was actually. Do you know? It was something which when we was writing it, obviously we was conscious of it, but I was conscious that it was going to be as bad as it was, and it was fucking horrible. It really was uncomfortable, and it was.
That would be.
And then it was funny because not funny, but like the first horrible rape scene is it's like the most intense in the film, just to show where we're going, and but also this is playing it from a different angle because I'm raping somebody, but I don't want to be raping them. My mum's making me do this shit, so it's like. The way you play in that is completely different as well, because then you're playing it as a victim who's being forced to do it, but you're being completely cruel and inhumane to somebody. So, it was horrible. It was like that's also something which I've said in different interviews about the film. It's definitely been the hardest film I've ever shot, and it wasn't fun. We didn't enjoy it. It wasn't something which every day everybody was getting up and going, fuck, this is an amazing day. No, it was dark. It was horrible. It fucked my head up for a good few months after the film because I went deep into character. The scenes were brutally horrible to film. I was also playing I'm playing a killer, but a victim as well. And it was horrible. It was just a real dark and depressing film to be around, but it comes across on camera that way, and that's what we needed. And that's the one thing. Like a lot of the stuff we shot first of the dark stuff, and then Sarah MacLeod, she came and these are the stuff I'm falling in love. And it's quite some of those parts are actually quite comical in parts as well, and light-hearted in that. And fuck, I needed it because like I was just anxietied up. I'd been, my head wasn't right, and then she came along and she was amazing, and it just changes the mood completely. Which, when you're watching a film, you're going from this complete darkness in the evenings, and this complete seedy, horrible city, dark rooms, horrible murders, intense scenes. Like it's a serial killer film when there's blood everywhere, there's fucking screaming, crying girls. Like, and acting, the girls were amazing. These victims, they're just put so much into it. And then in the daytime, you're going in and like we shot part of it in a theme park in Dreamworld. We shot in there, so you're going in this kind of almost Dreamworld like state of complete opposite, and it's nice and it's innocent. It's fucking nuts. Yeah, but
definitely.
So far, people seem to like it. Yeah, it's and that's also something which we keep getting. Like the reviewers keep saying that we're I can't think of the word. We're original. At least we're original, and you're watching something which hasn't been done a million times before. Yeah, it's a different type of film. And then it's like in a movie pilot, I think they said, what was it? They said like it's like watching Forrest Gump meets American Psycho meets a fucking dark horror film. So yeah, it's different, and it's there, but I'm proud of it. I can't wait. And then again, everybody's been so nice because in February, March, we've had there's about 50, 60 magazines that are going to print a piece on us. Everybody's just been super, super nice to us and really helping us out in the horror community, and everybody's watched it. They've really spread the word, and without these people, we're nothing. So all of us here, we appreciate me, Raymond, Richie, and people like yourself. You invited me on the show, and I'm talking about it. So, without all you guys supporting the film, we wouldn't have sold it. We wouldn't have been getting a wide release. So it means a world to us,
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what we're here for. Try to help push independent horror films and get the word out so everybody knows.
Yeah, man, and it's hard to get that word out without having the support of people like yourself and the other horror guys and the film. This is the one thing which we're finding with. Originally, we thought, oh, okay, we might get some support from the horror guys, but we've been getting it from fucking everywhere. We had Culture Vulture, different magazines that we never thought would even review us. But then not only did they review us, they gave us really amazing reviews that have made other people want to come and check us out. It's been a buzz, man. It's that's why you make films for people to come and watch them, and now it's starting to get the word out there. It's a buzz, and we're real appreciative for all the help we are getting from everybody.
Hell yeah, we definitely want to help you get it out there because you definitely are passionate about what you do. So.
Nice one. I appreciate that. Cheers.
Yeah. Well, hell yeah, man. We will definitely.
Cool, man.
After the release.
Yeah, nice one. Sorry, I'm going to say nice one for having me on the podcast. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, man. We appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, and we'll definitely have to talk to you.
Man, hey, man, if you come to Bangkok, I'll show you around. I'll make it worth your trip.
Hell yeah.
I wish we could. That'd be amazing.
Well, we'll go mental in Bangkok for a few days.
Hell yeah. Like our own.
There's fear and loathing in this place. Yeah.
Well, man, we appreciate it, and we'll have to definitely get in touch with you after the movie releases.
Cool, man. Yeah, man. Hit me up in the future. I'd love to do this again, maybe in the future at some point.
Sweet. Sounds
good.
It
sounds awesome.
All right. Well, you have
also, man, you should speak to some of the other guys, like Rich Ragsdale or Ghostbusters. These cool people, man. I know you're digging because they're horror fans like yourself.
All right.
Well,
yeah.
We'll reach out to them and get and see what we can do. But
we'll drop your name.
Yeah.
To them.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Like I said, we appreciate you coming on, and since it's daytime, you have
Cheers,
a good rest of the day, and it's.
I'm going back to bed in a minute, man.
Oh, okay. All right, man. Well, you have a good sleep, and we'll talk to you soon.
Cool, man. All the best, Jeff. Take care.
Take care, Russ.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
All right, guys. So that was Russell Geoffrey Banks, actor, writer of Who's Watching Oliver.
Yep.
Also in Ghost House, and like you said, in Can Bacam. In Bangkok, guys. Straight from Bangkok, he was calling us.
Really cool guy.
Straight up cool guy. Hell yeah, that's a good interview. Hit on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So go check that out when Who's Watching Oliver, if you get a chance. When it hopefully it gets a wide, like he said, it's going to get a wide release, and hopefully it'll be somewhere near you in the future, in the near future, hopefully.
Yeah. So thank y'all for joining us on this one, and
thanks to CML Entertainment
for hooking us up with this interview.
Yes, for sure. Go check his stuff out on YouTube, or their stuff, I should say, on YouTube. All the reviews, independent horror movie reviews.
I try to share them as much as possible.
Yeah, if you follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter.
TN Horror News, right?
Yeah, all of them are TN Horror News, and it's we got Facebook,
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Horrormino.
Yep. So
that's one guy's things that y'all need to get is Horrormino if you don't have it.
For sure. Then check us out on SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, iTunes, Google Play, Blueberry.
How do people use that?
Why did you always, every time I say Blueberry, you're like, Blueberry.
But do people use Blueberry?
I don't know, but then, of course, Scurryface.
Scurryface?
From 9 to 10 a.m.
Scurryface.com, Scurryface Radio.
Yep. So, we appreciate it. Hit that Patreon up, too.
Yeah, hit that Patreon up and go check out a lot of movies, guys.
Yep. And that's all we got. See ya.
Peace.